Hi, you're watching Wine After Whiskey, and today I'm gonna give a bit of a whine. A, because I like wine, B, because I kind of like whining, and C, because we're a 20-something and that's what we like to do. Today I'm gonna talk about a few things that, as somebody who's kind of been from like 90, I mean we've all been from that age, but who's gone from this early stage of life of, you know, you go to university, you're doing everything by the book, you're trying to get a job, you're trying to get into a flat, you're trying to buy a house, whatever. I'm going to just talk about some of that stuff because, you know what, it's a pain in the ass, and nobody's ever told you this in school, but it really is. When you're in school, and I'm sure if you still are, a lot of people just say, oh, I wish I could go back to school, they were the best years of my life. And given they were. When you get to this age, people kind of stop that talk and they move on to the, when are you going to have a kid? When are you going to get a proper job? When are you going to stop working in a bar? When are you going to buy a house? When are you going to get a boyfriend? All the fun stuff. So I'm going to whine about it, but I like drinking, so I'm going to whine about it, and I'm going to toast to them that caused me all these problems. First one, as I feel like this was kind of the first step in, bam, interest on your student loan. People don't tell you, teachers, when you kind of in sixth form, things like that. I mean, I went to a great sixth form, I learned a lot, but what they don't tell you is this student loan that you promised, and it's great at the time when you're buying stupid things like an inflatable crocodile because, I don't know, eBay at 1 o'clock in the morning is a frigging great idea. But interest on your student loan is absolutely massive. I remember my first time getting it, and I got this massive letter through the post, and I was like, oh, a statement, maybe I'll actually find out what I owe on my student loan. Turns out I was paying something like £20 interest a month, and at the time I wasn't really even working a proper job, I was just working in bars, and I wasn't even earning enough money to pay £20 off, so that's kind of just accumulated, and it still does. I still get a nice little lovely yearly essay about how much money I'm not paying off and how much money I owe. Slowly need to wash myself down. Next thing, how hard it is to get your first grown-up job. You know what? I was kind of lucky with this one, but after university, I was working in a bar during the whole time I was in uni, so it was quite nice. I saved up a bit of money, decided after graduation I was going to go travelling, went travelling for a bit, did the whole backpacker in Thailand, Cambodia, the whole shebang. Kind of got on my 3rd month of travelling, and I was just finished my degree and also ready to get into a job. So came home, optimistic as ever, applied to loads of jobs, spent hours filling in applications and got absolutely nowhere. This went on for about 3 months, and it just keeps going on, and everyone I speak to nowadays is still going on and on and on, because they say that it's gonna be easy, but it ain't. In the end, I started to create my own business, and it was a lot of fun. I went to loads of like powerful, inspirational women's talks, and they kind of got me out of the funk that was staying in bed till 2 p.m. Damn it, I miss those days. Anyway, I actually got hired through Facebook, so my advice would be make sure your Facebook's professional-ish, you know. So a whine is how hard it is to get your first job, and cheers to all of you who have just recently got jobs or got it really quick, because it's a pain. The next thing is moving out of your parents' house. I mean, I moved away to uni, I went down south, completely different to where I was living, but obviously when I came back, I moved back in with my parents, which was great because I was eating like a bloody queen. I was sleeping in nice clean sheets and not having to bother washing my clothes because I'm lazy. And it was amazing. I love living with my parents. But then obviously I had to make the decision to move out because, you know, when you graduate, you're 21, you should probably just get on with your life, and you've been so used to living on your own that you kind of want to get back to it. So I made the decision to move out and get somewhere with my boyfriend, and we're still living together and we absolutely love it. It's great. So cheers to that. Yeah. Excuse me. It's like having a hernia, this. So me and my boyfriend, we sat down with our parents and we both said, look, we want to move out. We feel like we're ready. Feel like we're both in an alright financial place. All the parents said, cool, let's do it. So we started looking for different flats. We started viewing loads. We got well excited about it. Started viewing flats, started contacting estate agents, which is also a massive pain in the arse, by the way. I mean, why they haven't got some kind of... I'm not old fashioned, I hate picking up the phone and I hate calling people. I would much prefer you have an online booking system or an online chat. Modern day technology. Went through the process of contacting estate agents. We viewed a couple of places, obviously like any age in life, so don't come at me 40-year-olds. It is always the same. You view a place online, it looks super nice, you view it in real life and it's got a bath that's falling apart that looked like a bloody jacuzzi on the picture. There's so many different things. Once we had found the flat, we got in touch with the estate agents. We said, bing bang boom, we're ready to go. Can we give you a deposit? Again, a deposit. Who thinks that you have to pay that much money up front? Anyway, so we got a deposit together and we were ready to go. And they said, oh, no, you've got to wait, you've got to apply. So the application process started. We filled in all the forms, we got our guarantor on board, but then of course there's a big wait, and once you've been dead excited about getting your first place, then that wait is not a lot of fun. The waiting game is not a fun one when you've just found your dream palace and you want to move into it like you're Cinderella and the prince and drink wine all the time and watch Netflix all the time, but you can't because you've got to get approved. I guess you've just got to see if you're a human and a nice person. Waiting to get accepted. Torturous process. The day we did get accepted, it was great, but again, more fees, you have to pay admin fees. So a toast to the estate agents and the people that accept you for your first place. This moves me on to the biggest pain in the ass when we were moving in. I'm sure when anyone moves in, because I don't even understand how anyone could understand it. Bills. Trying to understand and set up bills. Right, now I know you've got your basics, I know you have to pay a TV licence, I know you have to have some kind of internet, most important thing. I don't even know why a TV licence came to my head first. I know you've got to have something to watch the telly on, like BT or Sky, one of them. Does Freeview still exist? Then you've got your gas, you've got your electric. You don't know who the previous tenant was paying theirs to, because wouldn't it be bloody simple if you could just say, hello old tenant, I am said new tenant, can you tell me who to pay my money to? But no, you phone up anyone and everyone and they say, oh, just choose someone. So you've got to go and choose somebody. Do you think I know anything about gas and electric? Sweetie. TV licence was fine, just put that on a credit card, whatever. Because by the way, the monthly instalments don't make sense. You have to pay it all in one whack in 6 months and then pay whatever, but you're not living there. Don't get me started. What else do you have to pay bills for? Water. I don't even use a lot of water. Well, I guess I do. But yeah, water. It's quite expensive. Council tax. Cheers to the council. There's a lot of bills and I've probably missed a lot out there. I'm not paying any, don't come after me because I've got no more money, alright? So we had a case of, once we'd set up all our bills, everything was going fine. 6 months in, fine. Submitting my submitting my meter readings, fine. Next minute, British Gas, to name them, just took $3 grand out of our bank account, and we got a joint bank account. That's another thing, contents insurance, you need it for all your contents. Apparently, haven't used it, but you need it. Yeah, $3 grand comes out of my bank account. We got a joint account, because you know, grown ups. Cheers to the joint account. $3 grand came out of it. I was in work in the middle of the day. They wouldn't talk to him because he wasn't the account holder, so they needed to speak to me, but I couldn't. because I was busy, and £3 just swam out my bank account, and I didn't even have £3,000. I never will have £3,000 sitting in my bank account, in all honesty, imagine. But apparently if it's a direct debit, they can just take it and it goes into the minus even if you don't have an overdraft. Oh, we love an overdraft. Still got mine, not getting rid of that. They didn't know what had happened. They just said, well, that's your gas bill. I was like, how can I even pay £3,000? I haven't even lived in the place 6 months or whatever. Went through loads of different troubles there, then had to get on the online chat, nothing, had to get on everything. And I've been going through this process, long story short. Started my complaint in June, it's now November. No, it's not, it's October. But needless to say, it's still going on. And I've been through everyone, I've been through like every complaints person. Speaking to the OBS, the grown-up word that I don't know how to say. Obsman. They gave me a report back, but of course British Gas rejected the report. It's a bloody pain in the arse is what I'm trying to say. Just be wary that everyone doesn't know what the bloody hell they're doing because they've got complaints procedures coming out their ears. And also just things that happen. This has not just happened in this flat, to be honest. This is a lovely flat, we love living here. But of course, like every place that you live in that's rented, you can't do anything to it. And any problems that occur are kind of just yours to deal with. So we've currently got a wall that's covered in damp and I've been spraying mould spray like a good little grown up. Carried on spraying my little mould spray. But it got to a point where I sprayed me mould spray one Saturday and all the wallpaper kind of just all crumbled off into my hands. So now we've just got like all the walls peeled back, just waiting for that to dry, which again is taking weeks. Means I can't sit in my living room. First world problems, but you know what? The X Factor's on, Goggle Box is on, and I want to sit on my couch and watch TV and I freaking can't. I need more ice for my wine. Why do you get ill the second you start wanting to do something? Wine haters, don't call me Satan. I've put lemonade and ice, correct, lemonade and ice in my wine, but you know, cut me some slack, I'm drinking it like the speed of light here. Anyway, cheers to the damp. My next wine. When did life get so expensive? I haven't even got a kid yet. Brings me on to another point in a bit. I haven't got a kid yet. I don't own a house. I don't own that much stuff. But everything is so expensive. I swear, your money comes in on payday. Money goes out day after. Bye bye. All of it. All of it. But you know, tips for saving. Stop thinking you're a baller and buying the posh nacho covered chicken. When you just buy the normal chicken and the thing, put a bit of salt on it, it's alright. Have it with some 40p rice. Sound. That brings me on to another point, which I put on something on Twitter and just asked people my age for kind of their opinion on what pisses them off being this age. When you're all kind of getting these first jobs and everyone's on a different salary, it gets kind of a bit competitive of, so what are you on? So what are you on? So what are you earning? And some people are earning more but have more bills, some people are earning less and have less bills. So everyone in your friendship group is kind of on a different level. In uni, kind of, you're all skint, but you've all got a student loan to go and spend on books. Sometimes, well, all the time really, in friendship groups you have somebody say post on your group chat and say, do you want to go and do this? But some people can't afford it, some people can't, so that's where you've got to learn to compromise with your friends. But great thing to hear, because I thought I was the only one who thought that, but clearly I'm self-indulged and everyone thinks it. One day we'll be rich. Trying to book a doctor's appointment. Every frickin' time. Phone the doctors, no matter what time of the day it is. To be honest, it's when you can get 5 minutes. And they tell you to call back at 8 o'clock in the morning. Listen, love. 8 o'clock in the morning, I start work at 8:30. I'm on the middle of the motorway. I'm now told that I can't use my phone and drive, which I'm not saying anyone should because it's distracting. You should use the thing that turns your notifications off when you drive, because I love it. I find it really useful. But 8 o'clock in the morning, who's got time to be phoning the doctors then? Honestly, not 9 o'clock, not 10, not lunchtime when you're having your lunch and you know you've got time, you've got 5 minutes to go through all their bloody press 1 for the operator, press 2. It's just, if you need a doctor's appointment within the next 2 days, it's virtually impossible. And once you get to the doctors, a lot of the time you're better by the time you get there, which just tells you time is the greatest healer. So cheers to time, cheers to the doctors as well. But doctors are great. I just wish that you could invent some kind of appointment booking system. I mean, technology, come on. Surely there's a better way than what we've got going on now. A toast to a new booking system. And my final one is the guaranteed questions when you are a 20-something. When are you gonna have kids? So when are you thinking of buying a house? Because I think it'll be pretty logical if you start thinking about saving for a house, don't you think? Listen, do you know how much a house deposit costs? How can anyone even think about saving for a house at this age? I don't know. I'm lucky if, I mean, I just got my overdraft. Whoop whoop. Toast to me, thanks. I am lucky if I am left with a tenner at the end of the month, and turns out if I've got a tenner left at the end of the month, I'm gonna buy me probably a bottle of wine or some cider, to be honest. I'd like to say a nice top, but no, wine. Oh, this is annoying. When you moan about these things, and I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of this now I've made this video, especially on Facebook, so welcome to it. When you say all these things, there's always one bloody person that pipes up and says, oh, it's all yet to come. If you think it's hard now, you just wait till you've had a kid. It's just kind of why I wanted to make a video in this style, because people, if you want to whine about these little pathetic things that are annoying, that we all have to go through, just do it. Just do it. I think that's my rant over for now. My next video will probably be a bit happier, but I've been waiting to make this for a while. My head keeps just running around in circles of what I'm going to say. But aims for this channel are kind of just a bit of fun. Probably make a pumpkin, I'm not going to make a pumpkin, nature makes the pumpkins. Carve a pumpkin or something next week. I'm going to see, get some mates in, have a chat about some random thing. Did he go out? Who am I kidding? Leave the flat, are you kidding me? Yeah, maybe go out, see some places. There's a lot of places around kind of Liverpool area. I'm from the Wirral, so don't even bother saying you're a wool. I know. I like the look of the trampoline park, although the last time I went there I was peeing myself most of the time. Women problems. So yeah, come back, and I promise next time I won't be whining as much. Well, not moaning whining, but I will be whining.